And we are live. What is going on, everybody? We have an amazing guest in house tonight. What is on top? Good to have you in here.
I think your sound dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did my sound drop?
Yeah, it's good now. Yeah, it's back now. It's fine. But
Yeah.
it a little like went down, went back up, kind of thing.
Oh, fun. Okay, what's going on, everybody? Problems, technical problems.
It happens.
So I'm getting a new laptop pretty soon here, so it's going to be happy time for that because that'll have all the bells and whistles. But what's going on, Dusty? It's good to see you. What's going on,
guys, man? Oh, just living, doing what I can to survive.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I hear that we know that you actually are releasing a new single here.
Indeed.
Very exciting. Tell me more about that, man.
The song. I was actually listening to that today. Red.
Oh, cool.
Jamming out to it today.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So that song is one of the more interesting ones of the album. So it's where the inspiration, like the original story of the song, came from this story that because I never met the person that we wrote it about. So but this guy that I used to do gigs with told me about one of his friends who was a retired motorcycle like racing champion. And he was from Germany, and then he moved to LA, and then invested his money well and owned all these like restaurants and clubs and whatever, and was just he had like this really kind of like playboy kind of life or whatever. And then he riding motorcycles was his passion. And then a few days before Christmas, he was riding on Mulholland Drive and he wrecked his motorcycle and he died.
Oh wow.
And so that's where the line, if I could go any way, I'd go down riding, because like it kind of, I guess, got to the point that the premise was like, even though as tragic as it was, he went out doing probably what he loved to do the most, riding a motorcycle, and so that's where the original idea came from. But the way it's being portrayed in this concept I have with the album, which is all about a gunfighter, that's kind of when he has his, he goes down in this firefight. He gets in a gunfight with all these other guys that are after him. And it's kind of when he comes back to life after he gets, in this insane firefight with all these outlaws after him. So it's
that's a great song.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
That's cool. So it's attached to, of course, a new album. And
yes.
What is the new album called?
Well, it's going to be coming out on the on an EP called Fox. That's 3 songs. All I Can Dream, which came out last year, The Red, and then another one called Words Don't Mean Much. That will be coming out. Fox will come out here within the next couple months, and then the full album is The Vulture and the Fox. The first EP was called Vulture. Second EP is called Fox. Then the full album is The Vulture and the Fox.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. That's cool. And we really dig. I mean, I just absolutely dig your music. It's really, really good. So
thank you.
Somewhere along the line, probably about 15, 20 years ago, I turned into that country kid that just started listening to nothing but country. And this is totally up my alley. I just absolutely love it. It has a little bit of the heavier stuff in it too, which I absolutely love. But then it has the reason why I got into country, which was lyrics. And then that just slow kind of like telling a story. I absolutely love that about your music, man. Just beautiful lyrics. Beautiful lyrics.
Thank you.
Growing up, I listened to different kinds of genres, country. I'm from California, originally from California, so really, I didn't really have country. Was not really part of my listening because it was more like rock, pop, or 90s, 80s rock, classic rock. It wasn't. Later on down the road, I've heard of Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings and stuff like that. So I never really I'm not really Southern, so I really got into the country kind of like music till later on when I moved to Florida and. Being around different people that listen to that as well, and even now, listening to different kinds of country and country rock and stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, It's funny you say that because I, being from Kentucky, like country wasn't a household listening thing growing up for me at all. Like it wasn't until I got to high school and like started riding in cars with other friends that listen to country music
Right.
that I was even introduced to really any of it. And at that time, the kids that I, in high school, like we're listening to Kenny Chesney, Tim McGraw, some, Brad Paisley. It wasn't really, there wasn't a lot of like outlaw country, and I didn't really get into that until I did move to California. And then like that's when, and it was mainly because this producer we were working with, and I was in a Southern rock band at the time, but that's when I started digging into Willie and Hank and Johnny and stuff like that. And it's a lot different, but it's definitely cool to see kind of how it's transformed to certain artists. Some of it I can't stand, but there's still a lot of good country, especially now. There's like a big resurge of like the outlaw country coming out, which is cool.
And I think even like your style is like it's more than just country. You know what I'm saying? Like you can listen to country and be like, okay, that's country. You can kind of broaden out more genres like the rock and stuff like that. It's like there's more. It's more out there. It's not just like country. I feel like it's more broad in that genre that you do.
Right on, man. Thank you. That's what I'm going for sure.
That's cool. I think that's the one thing that, and they call it alternative country now, because there is definitely some different, like Hank Williams III is in this kind of category too, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
He plays a little bit of, I don't know if, I love Hank Williams III.
Oh. Yeah, Hank 3. What about Hank 3? I'm sorry, I lost you there for a second.
Sorry. So he's kind of in that alternative country genre because he plays some of the older. He plays, he sounds exactly like his dad, to be honest with you. When he's playing some of his one is his first side or his first show part, right? If you go to a Hank Williams third show, you show up and he'll play some of stuff that sounds exactly like his dad.
Yeah, and
then he switches over to that metal band. The rock side, and you're just like, this is screaming. And I can tell that you can play with both, that's what's great about the alternative. It has that Southern country, some of the fundamentals of the outlaws. I love that stuff because that's, if you think about what you consider country, that's what you consider country unless you grew up in the pop country.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If you grew up in the 80s, 90s, you're thinking country was Alabama, was even back then I have my granddad was a Conway Twitty fan.
Oh wow.
So Johnny Paycheck, some of those older those awesome country singers where you're like, this is country. They're singing about women that left them drinking whiskey.
I didn't find out about Johnny Paycheck until last year, and because my buddy we were thinking about playing one of his I can't remember the song. We were gonna play one of his a Johnny Paycheck song at my buddy's wedding. I can't remember the name of it. It was definitely about a woman. And anyways, I was like, I told my buddy, and not like as an insulting way to him. I was like, he kind of sounds like a more diet like watered down version of David Allan Coe. And he goes, oh, there's nothing diet about him. He's like, he got arrested or went to prison for for killing somebody in a ballroom or a barroom brawl or something. I was like, oh, okay. And then I listened to a lot more of him, and I really like him. He's cool, man. He's a great guitar player too. I watched some live stuff of him. He can play.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's great stuff.
Yeah.
I think that, and I have friends that go, well, you're not a country fan unless you really know the older stuff. And I'm like, I mean, I guess you could say that, but most of the kids growing up now are into that Rascal Flatts,
Georgia Line and stuff.
And I went and saw, so I've seen a lot of those in concert. I've seen Kenny Chesney, and then I was with a show where he had, who was the lady that was married to Blake Shelton?
Like Gwen Stefani?
No, the other one.
Miranda Lambert.
Miranda Lambert. Yeah. Miranda Lambert, Georgia Line, whatever, Florida Georgia Line. And then who's the rapping guy? The rapping, not Sam Cowboy Hunt. Sam Hunt. Yeah.
Sam Hunt. Yeah.
There's a guy sitting in front of me that was just like, he was like full into the rap. And I'm just like, dude, really?
Yeah. It's strange, man.
But yeah, it's good stuff. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoy going to the concerts. I enjoy going to hear like Kenny Chesney because he's a legend, right?
Yeah.
Miranda Lambert definitely has the vocals, but the other stuff, I'm almost like, hey, this is time when we go eat.
Right. Yeah. This is the time to go to the bar. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Or Brad Paisley. We went to Brad Paisley at least. I've seen him 3 times now. I like his older stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I honestly, I really liked the record. It came out in like 2015. Oh man, had the song "Moonshine in the Trunk."
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it was called, but it had had really great, like, of course it had great guitar playing, but it had a lot of really great hooks that didn't really like seem like it was just pop country. It was just, I don't know, it was different than a lot of the stuff that was very popular at that time, because that was right around the time Florida Georgia Line and like Luke Bryant,
right?
And, like all that stuff, which not my cup of tea at all.
Right.
But it was when all that was like really, really popular, and it was cool because it had like a good amount of rock element to it in it, which I really like.
I think it was called Moonshine in the Trunk.
I believe it was.
He's a good guitar player. I don't care. He's picking. That's the reason why I love him.
Yeah. Have you heard his record Play, where it's just pretty much it's almost an entire instrumental album? Oh man.
Yep.
Listen to that all day long.
Yeah, I really got into him at Mud on Your Tires, and then Wasted Time? Wasted something. And then I went back and went to part 2, which was just old classic country. It was just like, this is some good stuff. And then, I think just, it's like Luke Bryan. So Luke Bryan, I actually saw him before he was anybody. I saw him in a bar in Phoenix when he was just touring as a nobody. He had a female fiddle player. He played some fiddle in there. It was like right when his first album came out and nobody knew who he was.
Okay.
And he had like one hit that was just about ready to hit on to CMT. I think he had that one where it was like All My Friends. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Good album, and my wife listened to that nonstop for months because she just loved every single. And then his next album was the pop country stuff. I mean, it was still kind of pop country fun stuff on the first album, but it wasn't as pop country as the next. It was like country, that country genre got to him. It was now he's going to sell pop country stuff.
Yeah.
Which, if you like Jason Aldean and those type people, even though Jason Aldean's not bad.
Right.
But yeah, there's been some of his stuff that I've dug, but I mean, I didn't even know, like, when the first time I remember hearing about Luke Bryant was I think it was the Country Music Awards, and there was like it was him performing with Florida Georgia Line. No. They were doing something, and then because there was like, I remember seeing this meme because there was like a picture like George Strait and oh man, who else was sitting next to him? I don't think it was Willie, but it was George Strait. Oh, it was like George Strait, Randy Travis, and maybe Dwight Yoakam. Anyways, it was like some old, like these original like legend out like country dudes sitting in the front row, just kind of like just watching them do this new country thing, and it was like, I wonder what was going through their minds. Like, how did we get here? You know what I mean? Like, how did this happen? But that's just the Nashville machine, I guess, in a lot of ways.
That's what I was just gonna say. That's what it is, and that's why they call it alternative country now, because it's not the Nashville machine country. It's not going to be the top 40 country songs. It's going to be, but you know what? There's still, like you're saying, there's a resurgence, and I think it started coming back with groups like yourself. I think Gary Allen, maybe even you have some of him in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm not too familiar with his material.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the guy that. Oh, my wife absolutely loves them. But anyway, Eric Church. That's who I was thinking.
Oh yeah, Eric Church is cool. Yeah, I dig him.
So Eric Church, and then you start falling. That's where I started seeing that resurgence back in, because Eric Church is that soulful country singer where it's like, these are songs about my life. These are songs about the living in the country, and not just about poppy stuff and
Right.
the Taylor Swift stuff.
It's actual like yeah. It's so this is funny that we're talking about this because like I've really been the last 2 days I've dug into this. It's you're familiar with Shooter Jennings?
Yes. Oh, love Shooter Jennings. Yes.
So he released an album in 2017 called Beyond the Black. Are you guys familiar with this at all? It's not.
Yes.
It's okay. So it's not. It's like it's not really a music album. It's him. It's almost like it's recorded as a podcast, but it's him explaining each episode's him explaining a song from the album and like what inspired it, and it's going in all these conspiracy theories, and he gets into talking about like the outlaw country guys and like Sturgill Simpson and Jason Isbell, like which those are Sturgill's kind of my musical superhero nowadays, but anyways, yeah, that he goes into talking about like the Nashville Machine and how there was like a lot of people that would go in, they'd be or these outlaw country guys like his dad and whatever that were just kind of, they would have this undeniable success with like because so many people started following them and showing up to their shows and whatever, and then Nashville would like, oh yeah, that's our boy, and like just take credit for him and whatever, and like even though they were like, no, we're not together. But I highly recommend
together at this party.
I highly recommend listen. I mean, I just finished episode 4. Each episode is like about around an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour long, but it's very cool stuff, especially if you're into any of the conspiracy theories about life.
Shooter Jennings. Yeah.
Shooter
Jennings is absolutely awesome. I have what was the one with a wolf?
Wolf.
Yeah.
Is it just called Wolf, or is it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's called Wolf. Or Hair of the Dog. No, maybe it was on it. I think on that one, but super, super great. So he's Waylon's son.
Yeah.
I don't know. And of course he's going to have the vocals, and there's some songs where you're just like, that's Waylon.
Yeah.
But he has that rock. He has that Southern country plus rock, and it's just absolutely amazing music. Amazing. I think it's so fun to find those people. My friends and me and my friends are kind of into that space, finding these different artists that are still country, still throwing the outlaw stuff out, and it's William III, it's Shooter Jennings. I mean, all of the sons of.
Yeah. Are you all are either one or both of you all a fan of anime at all?
My son is big time.
A little bit. I've seen a little bit of it.
I wasn't. I'm not like I wasn't I guess as much of a fan until I watched this. But have you guys seen the Sturgill Simpson anime movie that goes along with his album Sound and Fury?
No, I haven't.
Highly recommend that too. It's really, really incredible. I mean, the album rules. It's like his rock album, but he had, I don't know, I can't remember the name of the artist, the anime artist, but it's really beautifully done. I don't know if it's no, it's not acceptable. It wouldn't be good to watch with your kid probably, because there's some pretty violent stuff that happens in it, but it's great.
What's it called?
It's called Sound and Fury.
Okay.
Awesome.
And it's a great album too. Like it's honestly, watching the anime movie for that was a big inspiration of kind of how I'm going to be doing the music videos for and the whole overall concept for my record too.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is ultra cool. Well, that's cool. That's so cool, man. I think that's country is where I think after a life of some crazy bad decisions, that's where you kind of end up at.
Yeah. That's
You lose your house, you lose your house, lose your wife, or lose your car, lose whatever.
It's the genre it's the genre for those who have experienced rock bottom.
That's right. You're just in a tavern drinking some whiskey, or you grew up in small towns, and you don't feel like your voice is heard. I think that these are great songs. And what I liked about yours is you have great lyrics. You definitely have your older release had more of a more rocky feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I
With
thought
Vulture.
Right.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I was like, I thought I like guitar part. I'm really into guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can play a mean guitar, you have that in your song. I got it. I love it.
Right on.
But then you throw in some of those ballads, like I was listening to your new, love it. Just
Right on.
absolutely love it because it's telling a song, it's telling a tale, and those songs are the ones that are really, I think they inspire people and get people to really be connected to them.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's something that's been like, kind of I don't want to say well, not new now, but the one of the bands that I was in for a while, and I do like, I shouldn't say this like it's not dogging it, this kind of songwriting, because it does still, I do still write in like almost like some songs where like it's like a fictional meaning, like it's like an example, like one of the band I was in a while ago, we wrote a lot of stuff like about voodoo stuff and witchcraft and stuff that wasn't like stuff that I didn't never experience any of that, never digging into, but just kind of putting yourself in that world. So that was kind of fun. But that's one thing I love about the majority of country music is, and just singer-songwriter stuff in general, is it's really just telling a story or trying to, just pour out there like something that happened, or like the way you're feeling, to where it's like it's much more relatable for other people than it's like, oh, what they're singing about fighting a demon in the middle of a desert. Yeah, I've never done it. I don't know what that's like, but most people have experienced heartbreak and doing stupid things when you're drunk and whatever. And I think that's why a good amount of country songs, that's why a lot of them are about the same thing, because it happens to a lot of people. So
plus
it's a
you
human
can
condition.
you can interpret whatever the song is about to real life or whatever. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's cool stuff, man. I enjoy that. What got you into music? What said, hey, this is what I wanted to do and for the rest of my life?
Like how long have you been playing?
I started playing guitar when I was 7. I'm 33 now, so almost 34. So like 25 years. Is that right? Yeah. 26 years ish. Yeah. And I knew I wanted to do it for a career when the first time I watched the movie Almost Famous. There was a scene, I was watching it with my 2 best friends, and there was the scene right before the band Stillwater goes on stage. It's right when I think the journalist's name was William, the one that played he was backstage with them, and right before they go on stage for the first time, Russell, the guitar player, was just walking around backstage playing this Les Paul, and my buddy Clayton looked over at me and goes, how would you like that to be your life? Just traveling around and playing guitar all day. And I was like, that's it. That's what I want to do. Thank you. And for real, that was like, that's when it triggered. And I was like, and I started looking, more into tours. And when I saw like albums that were like from the, Led Zeppelin or AC/DC from this tour or whatever. And like, I started just kind of having more of an appreciation for it, because I didn't know what it meant exactly. It's like, I knew about bands and I knew they traveled and whatever, but I didn't really I never really just paid that much attention to it. And I was like, yeah, they get in a bus or maybe a plane or a van, and they go to a different city every night and they play their songs. And I'm like, that sounds like a really fun way to live. So
yeah, that's a good movie too. I like that movie.
So good. Cameron Crowe nailed it.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good
stuff. Yeah. So it was early on, and I got into, I tried immediately, actually, with one of my buddies that was there that night, my buddy Joe. He got a drum kit for Christmas like that year. So we tried we wanted to start a band. So then like we were in middle school, so I'd go around and, if I heard somebody else play guitar or bass or sang or whatever, because I didn't sing at the time. I just wanted to play guitar. And so I'd go around and asking people, if they wanted to be in our band. And most people, we were kids. I don't even say people. We were a bunch of stupid runts. We're people. They were just kind of a band, huh?
Right.
Instruments, and so it was really difficult. And and it was also it wasn't. I don't want to say anything bad about the school, but it wasn't that kind of school too. It wasn't like we didn't really have like we had the basic like the choir, and then there was a band but it was like a pep band for the basketball games. But none of those kids wanted to be in my band. The Confused Residents is what we were going to go by. And then getting to high school, kind of the same thing for a while. Couldn't really find anybody to play with, and then my friend Katie, who she had already been she was like a scene girl. She went to like all these shows and stuff and whatnot. And then we had kind of known each other. And then one day we were hanging out after school, like some hang somewhere, and she was like, "You want to get together and like write songs?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool." So that it kind of started from there. So and that was, I think, my junior year in high school. I started playing out live, and then didn't start my first band till right after I graduated, and then a million things after that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's going on, Steven? That's awesome, man. That is awesome. I think, James, you've been into music, but I play guitar, and guitar is like my baby. It's like the thing that I express my emotions on. And I've never gotten anybody to play with me. I've had a couple people like garage band stuff occasionally,
Right.
like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
For a very brief time, but most of my stuff is now just home, playing into, I have an iPhone, an iRig.
Cool.
I still have a Marshall stack, but I'm not allowed to play it loud.
Oh man.
I do when everybody's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
What is it? What kind of Marshall?
It's the M. I can't remember what it is. It's a half stack.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it's so loud.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where you're like, if I was to ever play in a gig, I have the band equipment already. I have the amps, I have the gear. I'm good. Who wants to take on this? I'm ready. Who's going to ready? 47-year-old. I got my Fender. I got a Strat.
Nice. That's mine.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to wonder. I thought that for a while, because of Guns N' Roses, I was going to be a Les Paul guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom goes, "You know what? You can have my Strat." And I'm like, okay, thanks. Yes,
awesome.
I will. Yeah, my mom's a guitarist too, so she's excellent. She's a student of Segovia, so she's one of those amazing, acoustic guitarists that's classically trained, and
cool.
Didn't teach her son because she was too classically trained and didn't want to teach me like that.
Hey man, that's teaching that stuff is I can't even fathom learning it and like knowing it. So I can only imagine how it would probably be very difficult to transfer that to somebody else.
Right.
So you play too, James? You also play?
I played a little bit back in like my high school and stuff like that. I played I started learning instruments through keyboard, and that was really just like I was probably like 10, 11 years old. I was kind of just I didn't even know what I was doing. I really just did it by listening.
Cool.
I didn't know. I would kind of take whatever I listened to and kind of just put it to keys, and really just kind of play with that a little bit. And then I had a drum set when I was a kid, but I never really I did lessons. I was probably about the same age, like 10 years old. I never really got to play them. I got it for my birthday from my aunt. I never saw him again. So I think we were moving at the time, and my uncle was like, "Oh yeah, I'll hold him for you." And like, you know how that goes. I never saw him again. Damn. And so probably sold them. So yeah, I'm sure I wouldn't put it past me. So I did drum lessons for a little, and then when I moved here, I did. In high school I did like alto saxophone.
Oh, okay.
I did that a little bit. I picked up. I did lessons for that, so I picked up a little bit on that. I didn't stick with it really. Just going through high school stuff, whatever. But I just keep going on with whatever.
Right.
And but yeah, that was something I really enjoyed too, was the saxophone. And then doing the keyboard stuff and a little bit like that, and kind of learning more how to read sheet music and whatnot. I've always wanted to do like drums. I did more drum lessons with one of the guys I went to high school with, who actually played in like a metal band or a band called Dope.
Oh, yeah, I know about them.
Yeah.
They did done well for a while. I mean,
he was one of their drummers for a while, so he toured with them a
Cool.
little bit. His name was Angel. So he toured around with them a little bit, and he lives actually in North Florida. I live on the west coast of Florida, so he lives down more where I used to live when I first moved here. But I live where I live now. I live like maybe like an hour away. So when I was doing lessons, it was just like took forever to kind of like the travel, commute time, and paying for lessons and stuff like that. Kind of got to it, and
yeah,
I couldn't stick to it, so I had to stop doing that. But yeah, I mean, there's want to do it. Is just like getting the time to do it, to learn. I mean, I either want to learn drums or learn guitar.
Yeah.
So
we got Tanya in the house. What's up, Tanya?
Tanya,
she is a fellow musician, and she is a bassist, and she played for. Go ahead and tell the band.
The OG bassist for Kitty.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Such a cool lady. I mean, absolutely fantastic lady. Yeah. We had her on, maybe that was the person I was telling you about. So we decided, me and James were like, I think we really like talking to musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, go ahead. Continue.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, who did you typically interview beforehand?
Like beer companies or like
companies.
Okay.
Guests or whatever, friends that we knew or whatever. So we're kind of running out of options, like who we should put up, because we're doing like repeat people. So, and I'm like, I don't really want to be like repeat people, or or he'd have like somebody that he knew, like that was in music or whatever. And then we had Tanya on, and then we're like, we should like kind of do like musical guests, or kind of switch it up towards just different people from within the community, or people that I know from different companies or whatever, that we can kind of have on.
Cool.
That nobody knows yet, or whatever, kind of introduce them to everybody else. So
yeah. Well, I know plenty of musicians, so if you guys,
there you go.
We're looking for musicians. Yeah, we're looking
I know plenty of them that would love to. Yeah.
If they don't mind being on our little YouTube channel for a little bit, we absolutely.
Man.
And see, talking music, I think music, and we were talking to Tanya about this, and I've talked to several. Music to me is something that the masses understand. It's how we express our feelings if you play the music, but it's also the moods that you play when you're going through things in your life. I can think about most of the things that I can think about. I have a song to go along with that theme of that piece of my life.
Totally.
And so that's the reason why country now speaks to me so much, because I hit, I guess 30, 40 something, and a lot of crazy has happened. So, country explains a lot of crazy, and, drinking too much and being stupid and living in small towns and growing up the way that we did. I absolutely, it connects with me.
Cool.
Metal connects with me too. I mean, I'm definitely a metalhead. That was my first love. I thought I could be an 80s. I thought I could be Motley Crue. So why did I pick up the guitar? I thought I could be Motley Crue. I thought I was going to be that guy. And actually I had this decision about 17, and I don't know if you remember Dokken.
George Lynch.
George
Rockin'
Lynch.
like Dokken. Yeah.
Yep. So he lived 4 houses from me growing up in Phoenix. Yeah.
Cool.
So George Lynch was, because he was in the Lynch Mob. So it was after Dokken, he went in the Lynch Mob. And so he was still playing tours, and he lived 4 houses down from me, and we got the number. He said, I can't teach you, but my guitar teacher will. So I got on the phone with his guitar teacher, which was going to be
George
Lynch's.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I got on the phone with him, and he's like, I only take serious students. I expect 8 to 10 hours of play a day. And I was playing 8-10 hours a day at that time. So that was no big deal. but I only teach you if you're serious. You have to be serious.
Right.
I'm not messing around. If you're gonna play, and you'll probably go to whatever the guitar school in California is, the Rock
MI?
MI.
Yeah.
He says, I expect you to go to a place like that after I'm done with teaching you.
Okay.
And I was like, and I had really good grades. I was the AB student in all the other places. So I had potential. I wasn't just a musician. I had the school grades. So I was like, I'm not that serious, Mom. I love music, but I don't think I want to live on bar floors, and I don't want to do any of that. So they were just like, that was the end of my guitar. That was when I decided that I wasn't going to become a professional musician. I was going to go do something else. Because my mom had kind of talked me into it, because she was like, that's the reason why she just taught music, was for that same reason. Was she said, I didn't want to hang out in Vegas and not have a family and not have a life. Not that she couldn't, but she didn't want to hang out in Vegas because that's where jazz singers went.
Right. Yeah.
And she was just like, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have priorities. So I became a teacher, and she absolutely loved it. So
cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And now go ahead.
What was, do you remember the name of the teacher, the guitar teacher?
No, I don't.
God, I bet he was a smoking guitar player if he taught George Lynch.
No doubt. It was like one of those conversations where you're like, I can't believe I just said no to that.
Like, no, Elon Musk, I will not be your right-hand man.
I mean, this
genius.
I know. I'm like later in life, I'm like 17. I didn't think much of it. And then I'm like later in life, I'm like, I blew that, didn't I? And my mom's like, if you really wanted to become a musician, you did.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that would have been so much fun. I mean, but you have to have it. And you've been in LA. It's about selling yourself every moment of every day. Yeah. And living on floors, living in, on people's couches, and not eating much. And I've known friends that did that.
Yeah.
And I guess I didn't have that much passion for doing that, to be able to. And I think at the time I didn't have the people skills to be able to be that pushy, because those guys are like, well, I mean, that's the reason why they got picked. They showed up to the right places because they were impatient. They just pushed their stuff all moments of all days, and they happened to get caught by the right guy.
Right.
Which brings you back to, you're with an amazing publicist.
Yes, I am.
If I might say so myself. So he is the reason why we know Dusty, is because of my amazing sister, Nicole.
Amazing.
She is amazing. And she grew up in this amazing house as well, of course. So we're always happy to, but she, what the funny thing about her is, I think she played violin for a few years, and then she was a cheerleader for a bit, but really didn't pick she didn't sing. I don't think she ever did any chorus or anything. She was from a bunch of musicians, and then out of the blue, she becomes a music publicist. Crazy. I was
thank God.
Thank goodness.
For me, the only thing keeping my mind straight is your sister. Oh man,
she's awesome.
She really is, man.
Yeah. So she's good people, and like we talk a lot, and it's just so fun to see what she's doing, and then being able to meet up with amazing folks like yourself, Dusty. I mean, it's amazing that she knows these people, and then having the ability to say, hey, get them, have a show that I can have ability to talk to some of these great musicians. It's amazing.
Right on, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And what she said is that you're right. Just like what you said, if you want to there's a lot of musicians out there that would love to talk, and just,
for sure,
even if it is on your small YouTube channel, music is fun.
Yeah, man.
So we'll be picking you. Yeah. So anyway, let's talk more about what you're doing. Let's talk about your music. Let's push your music a little bit here.
Okay.
What is it that you're going to be doing? So you're releasing. You just released your one single today.
Mm-hmm.
and it is absolutely brilliant. It is on
Yeah.
Spotify. It is on Apple Music. It is
All streaming
on
platforms.
Yeah,
so
Amazon, YouTube, all that.
SoundCloud,
Yeah,
check it out.
SoundCloud.
Go check Dusty Bow out. Go check. I mean, you will not regret any moment of it
Yeah,
because it
great
is
stuff.
amazingly good music.
Well, thanks, guys.
But then additionally, and he's soulful. I think what I like about it is when you have the good lyrics and you're additionally playing your own music and your own, you're a musician. You're that well-rounded musician. You're not doing I got some sheet music from somebody and I get to just play somebody else's stuff. You're playing your own stuff, which is difficult, very difficult. What is it that you want to do next? What is your aspirations to go from here?
I'd like to get on the road. We're gonna be releasing, we're gonna be recording, some like in studio live performances. We're gonna be putting those out here, this summer. But the goal, I would really like to get on like a support tour, like opening for somebody like, oh, thanks, Tanya. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'd really love to get on like a support tour with somebody like, Gary Clark Jr. or the Rival Sons or like Jet, somebody,
Jet, awesome.
Like the Black Keys. I would love to do that. That's or the Foo Fighters would be the dream.
Wouldn't that be cool? I love Jet, but the Foo Fighters, man, amazing group.
Man.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl's another one of my heroes.
But
yeah, man, I'd like to really get on the road. I started working an additional job, so I'm working a day job and I'm gigging. So I'm really busting it to save up money to get a motorhome. Brando, brother Branzakaya, you guys got to interview him. Also a great musician, one of my best friends.
Reach out, buddy.
I'll link you guys together. Me and him lived in LA together for a couple years, and great singer, songwriter, cannon of a vocal right there.
Awesome.
Man, I want to get on the road. Like I really want that. That was, like I said, one of the main reason I wanted to do this for a career is to like the Blue Stones. I found out, that they would be awesome too. I came across well, everybody can see who's listening, right? They can see the screen.
Right.
So
Absolutely. That's why I'm putting it up there.
Yeah, I came across the Blue Stones, Tanya. I want to say it was like the beginning of last year when I was on a run and I was just listening to either Spotify or iTunes, like one of their rock playlists, and they popped up, and that would be a great one. Yeah, actually, I'm going to write that down. Nicole, we got to get on tour with the Blue Stones. But
she's probably listening.
But that's why, that's one of the biggest reasons I wanted to get into, being a musician for a career is because I would love to travel the world, not just get paid to do it, but like perform a creation of mine, you know what I mean? Like, and just also inspire another musician or another generation of rock and roll. So drummers, the cousin-in-law, they're so amazing. Yeah, they do have a big sound. Love the singer, and the tones are great. Whoever records and produces their stuff he or she knows what's going on. They're very good.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'd like to get on tour, go on a tour, and then
when do you think you're going to be able to do that again? Because COVID kind of just shut down the whole show scene. Just it's down. And then when are you thinking you'll be able to get back on the road?
I mean, realistically, I'm shoot. I want to shoot for spring of next year. Because if something happens this year and then we were able to get on a support slot or something, then awesome. But like I said, I'm kind of hunkered down, saving up money because I want to have a vehicle for us ready to go. Whenever the time comes. And we also because of the pandemic, I had a whole tour planned out for last summer, actually with Brandon, my buddy Brandon Bauman. We were going to tour down to Florida and back, and but the pandemic hit, so it's like now, and people in my region don't even really know about me that much yet. So I kind of, the plan for now is to just branch out, play around Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana, maybe get up to Chicago and whatnot, but really just do what we can regionally and then try to make some noise in our area. And then when hopefully the world opens back up and all the shows that were supposed to happen last year, they happen this year. And then next year we have another open palette, so hopefully that's what happens, but
yeah, I hope so.
Kind of got to roll with it,
Right.
Yeah. So, and I think that's the whole music industry had to kind of roll with it. I've seen people trying to do Zoom and different types of shows on webinar type platforms, YouTube.
Yeah.
Just trying to do something to,
live shows on YouTube.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard to do. And I think that I'm glad that you're going to be able to get out there soon. I can tell that things are opening up big time all over here in Arizona.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that I hear the same for everywhere else, is that because that'll just be, everybody will get back to normal. Show jobs will get back to normal. You'll have to give up your day job though, maybe.
Oh, that's fine. I got that's it's funny because my boss, he's a good friend of mine. Shout out Jim, if he's watching or if he ever hears this, but he is a good buddy that I met through another good buddy who I just randomly, it was like before one of my gigs, I think I was like, I knew he was in like contracting and he had a business and whatnot. And I was like, anybody that could give me any extra work? He's like, yeah, I need help at my plant. And I was like, cool. And he was like, he told me whenever I need to get off for a gig or go out of town for shows or whatever, and just let him know. And so I'm okay there. So fortunately, the road calls. Indeed, it does. Tanya.
It does. I think that so it's fun because I love the fact that I get to hear about all these fun. I get to live vicariously through you guys. See, this is the dream that I didn't get to do. I get to hear about it from all these awesome musicians. And then when I talk to my sister, she supports so many different groups and different artists. And she's telling me about gigs and dealing with managers and musicians. I'm just like, that sounds so cool for me to be secondhand, to like live vicariously through that stuff. I mean, I absolutely love hearing about that stuff. What is your dream? Well, what is your dream gig? We kind of talked about what was your dream gig? Where would you want to play the most?
Like venue? Which
venue wise? Yeah.
Probably Red Rocks. And I mean, obviously, it'd be cool to like play like Madison Square Garden or the Staples Center, like. But the Red Rocks Amphitheater, I've never seen a show there. I was supposed to. That's a sad story. So not sad, it's just disappointing. But I was supposed to see Incubus there, but it didn't happen. But I did go there once with my buddy Luke, and because they have a park there, you can walk around and stuff. So I went there and. It's just really, the Greek Theater would be really awesome too. I've seen a few shows at the Greek, and that's an amazing venue. But yeah, I'd say one of those two. I love the outdoor amphitheaters where they have like especially Red Rock, they got the natural acoustics, and they just have either one of you all been there? Been to Red Rock?
I have not. No.
I've seen it.
They have a really cool, I guess it's like the Red Rocks Hall of Fame, but it's not. It's pretty much just a list, all these plaques of everybody who's played there, and like the Beatles, like Incubus, anybody, Prime, like anybody who's anybody like has played there, and so it would just be,
nice.
Just I don't know. It's a very historical. Oh, no doubt at Red. Oh, that would have been great. Oh, cool.
Yeah, right on. That's cool.
Right on. Thank you, man. Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, Gary's a good friend of mine. He's an awesome dude. He's a Zony like myself, but he's now making himself out in the East Coast.
Cool.
Absolutely good dude. Yeah.
Right on, man.
There's also a request from Tanya and Gary for you to play acoustic.
Do you got some acoustic? Do you got it?
I can do a song. Yeah,
it's right there.
Right on.
Play "I'm Done" acoustically by Gary.
I'm done. I haven't done "I'm Done" in a while, but I think I remember it.
Well, first ever acoustic live.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody's played live music ever before, so you're the first.
Cool.
Right on, man.
Gotta find a pick here in this studio of mine. Hang on.
I have one for you right here.
I got one. Hold tight, people.
Hey, I tell you, take your time.
My buddy, of course, just accidentally snagged one of my tuners. My tuner. All right, I think that'll do. Can you hear the guitar okay?
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. I don't want to do this anymore. There's some things that you just can't control. Tell me once more that I'm wrong. Well, you said it, yeah, you said it, and it seems like a minute, and I'm telling you now that I'm done doing every little thing your way. I gave you all my time and still you threw it away. No matter what I said, I never got no say. But I'm done doing every little thing your way. You don't get to tell me anymore. You just keep on watching that door. You can hold your breath, I won't be walking through. And now the air tastes sweeter cause I never have to see it. And I'm guessing now you see it that I'm done with you. I'm done doing every little thing your way. I gave you all my time and still you threw it away. No matter what I said, I never got no say. So I'm done doing every little thing your way. It feels so good to finally be free. It's been so long since I could just breathe. I'm better now than ever before. And the air tastes sweeter cause I never have to see it. And I guess I wish you the best. But I'm done doing every little thing your way. I gave you all my time and still you threw it away. No matter what I said, I never got no say. So I'm done doing every little thing your way. I'm done doing every little thing your way.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks, y'all.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Got people downloading your single already. Gary was telling you just downloading singles. So that's awesome, man. That was awesome.
Thanks. I'm surprised I remember. I think I remembered all the words properly, but I haven't played that one in a while.
I love that song. You know what? I sent that to somebody the other day, and I'm like, "This is my anthem song right here."
You know, the funny thing about that little backstory on that song is it's not about a girl. The music video is definitely, it portrays that because it's about me leaving a band member. and that was, this wouldn't have been as, what, of a romantic kind of, wouldn't have been as appealing of a video, whatever. I mean, like, thank you. And you're welcome.
People are saying they're missing out. Definitely some people are missing out. So maybe they'll tune in next time.
Right.
Next time.
The good thing about YouTube is that this stuff is forever. And then I realize
cool.
that most of my stuff, I'll see like maybe I'll get 100 people listening to this. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, I'll get like 200, or 150 people. And I'll be like, wow, most people listen afterwards, especially on a Thursday night. Sometimes people are doing things. But that's what's so cool. And the good thing about these YouTube live streams is they last. They're on the internet.
Right.
They're on the internet.
Out there.
This is cool. I don't believe I've ever done a YouTube live stream. I've done Facebook and Instagram. Facebook a good amount, but I don't know if I've ever done one on YouTube before. So this is cool.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's fun. So that was an amazing song, and you played so well. Yeah,
What's up, Swag?
Thanks,
yeah,
man.
what's up, Swag? Just missed out, man. Good song. Do you got another song for us?
Sure. Let me
Let's hear another song, man.
Invite everybody.
Invite anybody you guys know out there. Listen to some songs with us. I'm stoked, man. This is awesome.
This isn't my primary guitar. I had it in a weird tuning the other. Okay, I think. Okay, I'm trying to think of what I should play. I'll do.
What is it? You say "Burn Me" or "Red"?
Oh, "Burn Me."
Yeah, either "Burn Me" or "Red."
Oh no, that's the "Burn Me" is. Oh man, I don't know if that one would translate very well. The red I can do.
Yeah,
cool.
For people that haven't heard that
The new single, why not? That makes sense to
right?
Yeah.
Don't know which song to play. Maybe the one I just really.
my sister would be saying. Nicole would be saying.
Yeah.
The single.
Duh. All right. Okay. All right. Warm night in December, woke up with a hole in my head. I never saw it coming, blindsided by the light so red. Twilight skies in the distance, new open roads ahead, falling stars of darkness don't ever shine on dead ends, don't ever shine on dead ends. If I could go anyway, I'd go down riding, cutting down the highway with the lightning, the thunder seem like all of our problems were left behind for good. Just one of them special days, you freeze in time if you could. You freeze in time if you could. If I could go anyway, I'd go down riding, cutting down the highway with the lightning. The thunder rolls me on, I won't be hiding through the rain. If I could go anyway, I'd go down riding, cutting down the highway with the lightning. The thunder rolls me on, I won't be hiding. The revelations were wrong, 'cause I'm surviving through the rain. Oh, I can't hear you guys. I can see you clapping though.
Awesome.
Hey, thanks, man.
That was
Yeah,
awesome. Man.
Put
Seriously.
the mute on there. Put the mute on there. So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Oh,
mute.
Oh,
getting
yeah.
any, okay, I got you. So I wasn't getting the feedback or whatever. Cool.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh man, it's good stuff. That's
Thanks.
a beautiful song.
Thank you, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wrote that with my friend Jamila Cairo. That was actually, damn, that was in 2017 we wrote that song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So what was the end? So you guys were writing. What was the kind of backstory behind that one?
So she came up with it. She immediately like was like, oh, okay, what ideas do you have? And then she came up with the hook that she didn't whistle it. But she had it like a falsetto, like ooh, like she had that. So it was like, okay, that's cool. And then I was like, okay, what do we want to talk about? And then there was this poster and behind in the studio that we were in, and it said it was a Nightmare Before Christmas poster. So then she was like, well, I'm seeing this night before Christmas, like, or Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm kind of feeling like this night before Christmas kind of thing. And that's what made me think of that story about that motorcyclist that died in the motorcycle accident. Because he died, he got in the accident, like I think it was 4 or 5 days before Christmas, and then he was in a coma, and he woke up and died either on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So that was kind of like, it was almost like thinking of like him coming out of this coma and then like realizing what had happened and then passing away. So that's where the whole thing came from, is he's like, you know, as sad as it is, you know, maybe he was happy that was the way he went out. I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things, you can kind of take it however you want, really, you know.
That's awesome, man.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, I know that we're gonna want to hear one more. You got another one?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Music is awesome. Yeah, this is awesome, man.
It's got a.
People are gonna remember the day that Dusty Bo went on YouTube, and everybody who missed this is gonna be like, I missed it. I could have, and then everybody in here is gonna be like, yeah, I saw him.
Exactly.
I saw him live. I saw him live before anybody else
live
saw him
concert
live.
right here. That's crazy. It's badass.
Either one of you guys a fan of the Office?
Oh, I am indeed. Yes, I live that life.
What was the episode where there was something going on? It might have been something with the Scranton Strangler where they were like, they're like, we had to watch it live. We couldn't watch it on a rerun like an idiot. I can't remember if it was Michael that said it or if it was.
That's funny.
Man, I haven't.
It could have been Dwight.
It could have been Dwight too. Yeah, I haven't watched that show since it's been off Netflix. Man, I got to get the ABC app or whatever.
Yeah. They've all done it. They've all done that. They're just trying to get some more money out of people.
I'm surprised that it took them that long to do it, man. Like,
right.
It's like it makes sense for Disney because they have so much to put on there. I guess that ABC does too. I don't know, but I'm surprised that it took them this long to figure it out. Why don't we have our own streaming service too? Like, why? Like we created the dang thing.
Hey, what do you got? What do you got for us, buddy?
Let's do. I'll play the other song. I'll play this. This is the other song that's going to be the third song that will be released with the Fox EP.
Right on.
So
very cool.
This one. There we go. So this one I wrote a couple years ago when I was just like thinking about the things that actions speak louder than words, and just kind of with the media, with relationships, and certain other things. It's just kind of like, don't believe everything you hear, and let people's and actions speak more than their words. But yeah, it's called Words Don't Mean Much. I grew up in the church, singing songs of the Lord, confessing all my sins to a man I didn't know, hearing him preach the lessons, words from a good book. The only lessons that I held on to were from the wine that I took. I drank the wine and I ate the bread, worshipped a man that nobody's met, giving rich to the richer and faith to the poor. Words from that church don't mean much to me anymore. She told me we'd be together until our dying days. So I brought her home to meet my family. She left me anyway. I did everything I could to make her feel happy and loved. I guess the promises she made to me were all just a bluff. I took her to the movies and I brought her flowers, gave her all my heart, all my soul, all my hours. She talked like my woman, but she walked like a whore. The words from that girl don't mean much to me anymore. the folks on those TV screens, you know, the ones reading the news, feeding fear and hatred to people like me and you, telling us what to believe, what to do, and what we should buy. No matter which side that you're on, it's all still a lie. Some folks will cry and some folks complain. Others are crazy, the rest are insane. I try not to listen, just keep moving forward, 'cause words from them folks don't mean much to me anymore. Words from them folks don't mean much to me anymore.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Thank
Brilliant.
you.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, blown away. Blown away.
Oh,
man.
right on, man.
Yeah, that is
Thanks,
some
Danny.
good stuff. That's. Do you know what the really cool thing about that stuff is? That you can feel it. You know,
Right.
it's just yeah. We've all known those people.
Amazing compliment, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, dude. You know, that's yeah. We've all experienced one of those things, one way or the other. So,
Yeah, we got lots of people giving you kudos, man.
oh
Yeah.
man, thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No, you can't hit the road. We got people coming to you from the internet land. So hopefully this is
Right.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, if
Yeah.
you want like I know you said it earlier, you can find on all platforms and stuff like that. So I mean, really, you can kind of put your page or whatever you want out there, so you can kind of
Okay, yeah.
download whatever. you need to
yeah,
download.
Yeah, all my music's on all the streaming platforms, and then you can find me on like Instagram and Instagram. I'm just at Instagram and Twitter, and I think TikTok too.
awesome.
I'm at it's just at Dusty Vox VOX. So DUSTY V as in Valerie OX. And then on Facebook, I think it's just Dusty Bone Music. And
Very nice.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's soulful, man. Soulful stuff.
I think
Thank
everybody,
you.
everybody needs to have that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome,
sure.
man. Appreciate
So
you.
if you are listening in future, go check him out. Amazing stuff. And you know, the one thing I forgot about today, Chef, is what did you
Desserts.
bring for dessert, my friend? Got so much into talking to Dusty that
Right.
we forgot the
Yeah.
dessert part of this show.
I literally was like, oh yeah, we forgot to talk about anything, but I mean, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
This is
So
the
I
part
did-
that I've been looking forward to because
Right.
I have an incredibly awful sweet tooth, so
Yeah.
I'm excited for my mouth to water with whatever it's
I
about to have.
did cookies,
Oh, nice.
but these are
Chocolate chip.
maple chocolate chip with I chopped up some bacon and some bacon in there too. So.
Oh my god. Chocolate and bacon, dude. All right.
maple chocolate chip bacon.
Sold. You made
Yep.
those?
Yeah, I made them today at work.
Man, those
Yeah.
look
That's-
perfect.
Do you know, this is the reason why I just started going, I can't even compete. I started off making cakes, and then I just went, I can't even compete with maple chocolate chip bacon cookies.
Oh, chocolate chip, maple bacon. There you go. That's a word of difference.
Oh, my word. So what did I go with? I just said, hey, I'm going to rob my kids' Easter basket.
Oh yeah, well, there you go.
And that's going to be my dessert because that's what I do around here. I can't even compete. Who can
Dude.
compete
Give me
with
your
bacon
Give me your
anything?
candy.
That's great. So this is funny because I usually have I don't make desserts all that often. I've made a few things, but one of my favorite like go-to things when I just to have like a something sweet with chocolate in it is this. You got Trader Joe's out there in Arizona, don't you?
We do indeed. Yes, we do.
They have these. You ever had their power berries? These
Oh, I have
They're
seen.
kinda- they're-
Yes.
man, they used to have a trail mix. Have you had these, James?
I don't think so.
Man, they're really good. It's like it's dark chocolate with what? Acai,
Yep.
pomegranate, cranberry, and blueberry. So it's like
There's something like that, but it's a different name.
yeah,
forgot the
I know
name
what
of
you're
it, but
talking
there's-
about. It's,
Yeah, there's a different name where they sell like be like raspberries, or they'll be like blueberries, they'll be whatever, but they'll be chocolate covered.
very similar. I know
Yeah.
that's what I get when I go to Kroger. I get those, but when I go to Trader Joe's, they have these, and these are honestly a little bit better, but very, very good. And they used to have a trail mix, the Power Berry trail mix that they had those in. But I love those things because it's just like, okay, what I always have. If I don't have something sweet, it's like these are kind of my. This is what I always have.
And those are good. I mean, they are.
Oh,
good.
they're good. Yeah.
They are good.
But they don't look as good as those maple bacon chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Just
No doubt.
send those in a beard package too. I'll munch those down, dude. That's
all.
awesome.
There's extra. So hey, shoot me your address. I'll show you some.
My man.
I got you.
Cool.
He lives close enough too. Yep, he lives close enough.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
wait,
we're-
you're in Florida?
Yeah.
Yep.
What part of Florida?
I'm 45 minutes south of Tampa. I'm on the west
Okay.
coast. Yeah.
Cool. I got a good friend down there in Tampa. Well, she's in St. Pete, so
Yeah. Same.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
right on. Yeah, I'll definitely I'll hit you up when we hopefully I might make my way down there this year, so
There you go.
I'll get at you.
And then we'll have to get some Arizona tour, West Coast tour when you come out to at least Cali. At least
Well,
Cali, right?
The latest I'll get out because I'm gonna have my motorhome by the end of the year, if not January, because that's like the best time to buy them. I guess people want to just get rid of their motorhomes in the wintertime so they don't have to winterize them.
Right.
When I'm just gonna have mine rolling all the time. But so the latest I'll be getting out to the West Coast because even if I don't have a tour booked, I want to that's a big reason I want to get a motorhome. I want to travel. If I want to go live in Arizona for a week, I got a home.
You
So
do.
I'll let you know when I
You always
when
got
I-
a place, man. You always got a place here. So yeah.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anybody that's a friend of Nicole's, you gotta treat them like their family. So
Hell yeah.
especially how much she supports you. So I appreciate that. And of course I appreciate my sister Nicole. She's just an amazing person. But so do you want to lead out with a song and then
Sure. I got another one. I got a funny one.
there we go. There we go.
So it's a love song about a relationship gone bad. It's called I Never Wanted Her to Love Me. All right. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da-da. Ring, 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 she's blowing up my phone again. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da-da. We hooked up once, now she's really trying to reel me in. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da-da. She's got it in her mind that I'm quite the catch when she ought to be throwing me back. I never wanted her to love me. I never thought she'd fall. Yeah, I was in it for the weekend, but she was in it for it all. A case of miscommunication. It's been a big mistake. I never wanted her to love me. She went and did it anyway. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da-da. Drink, 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 ain't that how it always starts? Well, it's all fun and games till someone gets a broken heart. Well, I'm talking moving on, but then she's talking moving in. I never wanted her to love me. I never thought she'd fall. Yeah, I was in it for the weekend, but she was in it for it all. A case of miscommunication has been a big mistake. I I never wanted her to love me. She went and did it anyway. I never wanted her to love me. She went and did it anyway. Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Love it, buddy. That's awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that one usually gets a laugh or two.
That's a good one. So when you hit the road, where are you thinking about touring? You got a tour in mind. Where are we going to be looking for you? Where are people going to be looking for you in their local area?
I mean, I'll definitely be going around the Ohio Valley, you know, any part of Kentucky and anywhere really. I mean, I would like to get back out. Ideally, I'd like to do something down to Florida and back up to Kentucky, and then, you know, and then the surrounding areas, you know, like, and then ideally go from Kentucky, take a little bit of a break, go from Kentucky, and then head all the way out to California, you know, and hit Texas and Arizona, and, you know, could tour Texas for
forever,
literally forever. But Anthony Ellis, you don't happen to be related to David Ellis, do you? I don't know if Anthony's from Arizona, but my good buddy David Ellis is from Arizona.
No, nice.
But yeah, man, I'd like to really anywhere. Like, you know, I did a good amount of touring with my last band, and I love just all places, and, you know, meeting the different kinds of people that are in those places, and, you know, and so really anywhere and everywhere. I would like to go. I should say this. Ideally, I'd like to play in Europe. I'd like to go do some festivals out there, and, you know, the UK, and, you know, play in Germany, and I've never been over there. Yeah. And that but they also, there's, you know, a big, I think my rock stuff would do really well out there too. So
it would for sure.
Yeah.
So that's what I like. I like you had like the double threat here. You got the rock stuff, and then you got the old country, I mean, just amazing soulful stuff. So
thank you, man.
Yeah, it's good music. Well, guys, it is on a Thursday night, and I'm gonna let people get back to your thing, Dusty, writing some music, kind of enjoying your time away. We appreciate you coming on. James, you got any last words? Or last thoughts or questions?
I think I got it on one screen.
Yeah, I can't see you guys.
Oh, I'm still not talking. I'm still like, hey, that's the whole thing. It's so the whole screen switching thing is new to me.
Gotcha. It's cool.
That's all good. Yeah, not too much. Yeah, just trying to find more people, and obviously trying to listen to more new stuff from people that we get. So I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what we get next time. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I followed your friend that was in here as well. So
Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you guys would have a good time chatting with him for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate it, Dusty.
I appreciate you guys, man. I had a great time talking with you, for real.
Yeah, it'll be good. And I'm hoping, and thank you again, Nicole, if you were out there listening. We totally appreciate it.
Thank you, Nicho.
Yep, absolutely. So we will see you all later. Thanks everybody who was in the chat. We totally appreciate it.
Go download his stuff. Go listen to him. Go get all that stuff.
Yep. Go get a single. Go get his older music, and then he's going to be coming out. Look for some new music, an album coming out, and an EP coming out. So just keep following Dusty, awesome musician. And these musicians, as you know, most people don't know, they thrive on being able to have us push and help them and promote them. So the more that we can help kind of get that name out there, the better that we'll see some of his great music out there, out in the general public, and enjoying it. So,
and we'll definitely have to have you on again for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to, man. Yeah, for sure. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, family, man. Totally got a family. So cool.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we will talk to you guys later. Next week, we might have somebody else even cool, just as cool. I can't say cooler. I'm like, no, we're not going to have anything cooler. This is
Brandon,
cool. This is as cool as it
Brandon will
gets.
step it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even think you can up this. I'm like, well, how do I get?
Right.
Oh,
we've
man.
had what, Kitty on. Now we've had
Yeah.
Dusty Bo on. I mean, he's played some amazing music. I don't know how
Thank
you
you,
beat
man.
that. So yeah, we
Appreciate
got
it, man.
yeah, it was just an awesome time, buddy. We totally appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your night, and everybody out there, enjoy your night. And
Later,
have a good night.
y'all.
Now Nicole's here.